Hello everybody, I am coming on to demonstrate our daily sheet mask. I'm going to do a little midday makeup and I have some new products to try out. I feel kind of ridiculous sitting here like this. I can't talk very well, so maybe I will take it off. She can go back and watch. Okay, so I've already done all my skincare steps. You can see I have these CosRx eye masks on. So I'm taking all the masks off. I got white strips on. Let me peel all the layers, guys. Okay, people do ask me how I whiten my teeth. I just use the Crest white strips, the 3D effects. Usually only do it once a year. I think it comes with like 30 of them. I do it like every other day so my teeth don't get too sensitive. So I want to talk about the masks first. So I'm just kind of pressing the leftover serum in there. And these masks are from Celesty. I'm gonna grab the little tub here. I do represent multiple brands. I'm only building teams with 2 brands, and that's Celesty and Beauty Society. So if you hear me talk about something, try not to get the 2 mixed up. Beauty Society is manufactured right in Las Vegas, where Celesty was dreamt up in Europe. So most of the products come from Turkey. This is our enriched retinage daily mask. It helps give that glass skin glow, and it is a daily sheet mask. So I haven't really seen this anywhere else. You get 30 in the tub. Comes with the little tweezers to go ahead and grab one out. What I love about it is it's a quick 10-15 minute mask that you can use every day. The active ingredients are bakuchiol, collagen, glutathione, and arginine. And like I said, you just throw it on for 10 minutes. Put some eye masks under there if you want. I tend to have dark circles, so I really try to focus on brightening, and I do that through skincare and makeup. So what else do I want to say about the mask? Last weekend, we got it for free when we spent $89. So I definitely took advantage of that and grabbed our brand new products that I'm going to demonstrate today. They are a finishing flawless powder. So I got it in 3 different colors, and I'm trying them out for the first time with you guys. So putting my hair back here, we're just gonna do some face makeup today. All right, and we are, like I've mentioned, I'm going to Miami next week to film for the Women in Power docu-series. So I'm very excited about that. I asked ChatGPT, what can I do? I only have 2 weeks. How can I do a glow up? So one of the steps recommended was to guasha for 5 minutes every day. This is going to get rid of swelling, inflammation, lymphatic fluid that's built up in your face. I grind my teeth at night, so it probably especially gets inflammation along my jawline. So I'm not going to do a full demonstration because it's hard to talk when you're doing it. But instead of using like the flat edge, you actually want to use like the side of it. So kind of like that instead of like this. So that's going to boost circulation in your skin. It's going to get rid of some of that puffiness. And so I do like 10 here, and your face is going to turn a little red. You're boosting circulation. It's normal. For me, it goes away 5 minutes. I do the forehead, and then I do a little extra on some of my like more concerned areas. So angry 11s, crow's feet, and then these marionette lines. And then once you do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and focus on the wrinkles, then you can drain it down your neck. So that's also gonna help with turkey tech neck. So I love to do this. I also, see it's a little sticky right now because usually I do it with a serum, but I either use that or a jade roller. I like both, but I've been doing the guasha 5 minutes every morning. I do think it's making a difference. I feel like it's slimming my jawline a little bit. The other thing ChatGPT told me to do, which is probably going to be similar for most of you if you're around my age, it said to up my protein to 90 to 100 grams a day, which I don't get anywhere near that. So I've been really trying to. With a protein drink, it has 13 grams. And then I just had one of the Built protein bars that has 17 grams. So just there is 47 grams of protein. And then hopefully, like through dinner, the meat that I eat is giving me the rest. So trying to eat more protein, trying to really be conscious of drinking 100 ounces of water a day. So I'm pretty good about drinking a lot of water. I don't think I probably do 100 ounces. So also being very cognitive of that. And then I am trying to tone up a little. So it's given me instructions for squats and push-ups and arm weights. So if you guys want to do that, try it. Just say, ChatGPT, ask me as many questions as you need to figure out how I can glow up in a month or in 2 months. Maybe you have a wedding to go to. Maybe you have some big event you're getting ready for. So it's kind of fun. It gives you a checklist. Of course, I was real good about the checklist the first few days and then kind of fell off the wagon, but still being conscious of what I'm supposed to be doing every day. All right, having said all that, let's get into some makeup. So I'm gonna first put something on my lips because I hate when I look back at like pictures or videos and I'm like, dang, your lips look so dry. So this is Celesty. This is a lip plumper. It's got a little bit of a tingle to it, and it's part of our Soft Focus Club sale right now, which you buy 3 or more products and you get 20% off all 3 or however many you buy. So you can combine that with your welcome code, which is going to be an additional 10% off. So I love that there's always sales and specials. We all know that things are expensive these days, so we'll take every discount, promo code, sale that companies want to give us. All right, so I am using a luminous primer. I just got it in the mail, so it's taking a minute to come out here. You can see so this is just going to help get our makeup on smoothly, evenly, help it stay longer. Also going to help moisturize and blur pores and wrinkles, all those fabulous things. We have quite a few, we have 4 different primers. So if you prefer the matte look, we do have one of those. I have been going for a more glowy look lately, so that's all personal preference. I am going to go in with my perfect, you can either use a damp sponge or get a little setting spray on your sponge or brush or whatever you like to use. I like to use a sponge for putting the foundation on, getting it nice and even across my skin. And Beauty Society has this incredible color matching quiz. Probably only asks you, maybe 10 questions and helps you color match. And then we do have little trial size foundations. So, if you think you're like between colors or you want to try one out for your summer color and one out for your winter color, you can try them before you buy a full size bottle. And it is a 12-month guarantee. So if it did not match for some reason, you could get your money back or exchange for a different color. So we are just pressing and sort of spreading all the foundation evenly across my face. I got my mirror, looks pretty even. Luckily no one's home right now. I prefer to go live when nobody's here. It's much less stressful. None of my family wants to be on camera, so try to honor that. All right, I'm gonna dab on some Correct and Conceal palette. This is one of my favorites from Celesty. I like to sort of mix and match the colors. If you are on vacation, you can use it as a contour. You can use all these middle colors, and then this is a finishing powder. It's kind of your all-in-one palette. So coming in a little heavy here where my eye is the darkest. So using a little bit of a lighter shade. And then I'm gonna go in with a couple of the darker colors out here because I don't struggle as much with the dark circles. It's the outside of my eye. We can come all the way in over the whole eyelid. Gonna help give a better base for when we play eyeshadow, which I'm not gonna do on camera. I'm just doing face today. So we're gonna let that set. We're gonna let it sit for a minute and kind of just melt into my face. I feel a little warm, so I think the warmth is gonna help it kind of smooth out, and then we'll blend it out together. Next, we are gonna do our contour. You can feel for your cheekbone and draw. Got scolded in the comments the other day for trying Victoria Beckham's because they were like, oh, it depends on your face shape. But maybe, but you know, all the contour videos I see, they're pretty similar in where they contour. Maybe they were laughing. I don't know why they were laughing. I just laughed back, maybe to confuse them. Okay, we're gonna blend this out. Actually, I'm gonna do bronzer too, since they're similar, but we put them a little bit different places. The bronzer is going to give warmth. Contour is going to give depth. We're going to place the bronzer right above. And don't go for perfection. Maybe that's why they were laughing at me, because my lines weren't perfect or whatever. I've kind of just learned to let people do their nasty thing online. And, you know, most people are nice. So it's always the few bad apples that ruin it for everyone else. But once you get over the idea of strangers being like rude, really not too big of a deal to go live and do these things. I love that I went to that retreat in Branson and met lots of lovely ladies there, and I love to see some of them that weren't all that confident showing up more online and putting themselves out there. Okay, just blend, 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 blend. I do like to do the contour and bronzing with a brush usually. So we're lifting, pushing back, giving definition and color. Now I'm nice and bronze. We will come in and do the nose, sort of bring the shadow over to the side to give the slimming effect. We can help define that even better when we do highlight. Okay, I think I'll do blush now. I'm gonna save the highlighter for after the finishing powder, right? I do have a blush brush. It's up to you whether you wanna use like a fluffier blush brush or one that's more dense. You can put the blush on your hand first if you want to be able to control the color better. And don't be afraid to use fingers to blend as well. Okay, coming back in with my concealer brush, try to get it as close to that bottom lash line as I can. And then I do use the warmth of my finger to help prevent it from creasing. I do love all of these products. All of these makeup products have anti-aging properties in them. So a lot of them have vitamins and different ingredients that are going to also help the look of your skin, not just the surface. Okay, next we are going to try out these new Be Flawless powders. I'm excited. This is Creme Brulee. This is strawberry shortcake, I believe, and then vanilla sugar. So this is my first time trying them. Wish me luck. It does come with a little powder buff here as I shake my face. Okay, so I'm using the Creme Brulee in kind of an, maybe I'll do half and half so you guys can see the difference. Probably easier to do off camera, but close. This is gonna set our makeup, make it hold for longer, give us a more flawless filtered finish without the filter. Okay, so that's the Creme Brulee. You can already see how much smoother the side of the face looks. This one looks real shiny, and this one looks a little bit more camera ready, I guess. Okay, it is important, you know, if you are aging and have lines and wrinkles, we don't want to do too much powder because they will settle in your fine lines and wrinkles. So I'm going to try to avoid Actually, I'm gonna use my triangle buff here for the pink. And what I'm gonna do is shake a little bit into the top so I can get a little bit more on the applicator. So I'm gonna come in just light, a little bit more. Okay. And last but not least, we're gonna use some vanilla sugar, and I'm gonna use my beauty blender on this one. I'm gonna be sparing with the white because I don't want to look washed out. This is gonna especially help blur pores and any shininess if you don't want any shininess. You can go over wrinkles, but just not get a ton of extra product there. Okay, so it is, it is very subtle, which is good. I prefer natural looking makeup, but up close you can really see a difference. So this is the side without any finishing powder, and this is the side with. So there's just not that extra shininess. This side does look a little oily. I could use some there, up here, maybe a little over here. And then to just blend it all in, we're gonna use a setting spray. Okay, last but not least, I am gonna go in with our diamond highlight to emphasize the places where I do want a little shine. I do like to lay the highlighter with my finger so that it doesn't go overboard. So I get it on my ring finger, just straight up and down the nose. Blend it at the tip so it's not so shiny. And then you can take, anywhere else you want to blend a little better. You can come back in with your beauty blender. I will try to take some up close pictures so you can see just how well that powder is working for me. And I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial. So if you guys want to check out what we're all about, feel free to click on my link that's below. It has all the beauty products that I recommend. It has my LTK shop, so that's kind of new for me, and that's why you'll see me doing brands like Maybelline, Elf, some of the more common ones, but still, you got a fuzzy, I think. Still love the two main brands that I represent, Beauty Society and Celesty. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.